Tune in to the Mack Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mack Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show.
Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mack Man Morning Show.
It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show.
Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Mack Man Morning Show.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Dessert Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Tune in to the Mack Man Morning Show. Tune in to the Mack Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mack Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Day to all of you here on this side of life. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. Grand rising to everybody that's here. Right now, it is 7 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock in the Central Time Zone. So if you had to be there at 9 o'clock, you are late. Not well, that's what they say. You are late. You're a late person. But then, y'all be careful out there. There is in certain places there are some slick places and things like it's winter time. Y'all be all right, and it's going to be a wonderful show today. I have had a ball laughing all night at the orange man that just so happens to live in the house that's white. Y'all already know that already. I never saw and I've been around a little bit, and I've seen some fights in City Hall in Chicago with Harold Washington and the Vidoliak 29. He whooped him bad, just slaughtered him. And God rest his spirit where he is. There's not going to be another one like him. And I'll talk about him at another time. But I like to say, let me get to this right quick. Let me say, grand rising to all of you, everybody that's listening. I got some new folks here. Y'all don't be looking at this other thing here over here, but I'm everybody that's in the bushes. Y'all know that y'all ain't supposed to be at work listening. They put them earbuds in, listen, pay. Don't mess up your money. But thank you for supporting us here. First of all, let me say good morning to Deacon Alvin Moore. That's our deacon. He's doing wonderful to his wonderful caretakers as Sharon, the section leader of the alto section, and Apostle Reed. I saw you last night and I enjoyed it. See, sometimes we need some Bible class in our life because these children are gone berserk nuts and some things that are going on. I got a special guest here. We're going to talk about the situation that happened in the city of Chicago, my hometown, in my area that I lived in. And y'all know where I stand on discipline with children. Listen, if you big enough to raise up, you big enough to get that ass whooped. I already just tell everybody, y'all might as well go ahead if you're in the church or whatever. Y'all already know where I'm going. And we got such a response on yesterday because we had came in and we were talking about the vote at our special live, and I got this video that came to me, and I was disturbed. And the person that sent it to me, known her for many, my classmate from grammar school, and a wonderful person. But not only that, a former administrator inside the Chicago public school systems. And I wanted to bring her on and to talk about what's going on in the city of Chicago with the situation about the horrific attack on a mother and child. I saw the video. I'm not going to play it. I do have some highlights. I'm not giving anybody no play on it. Now I've seen it. It's horrific to me because it broke my heart. Even thinking about it now, it breaks my heart to think about how I'm gonna tell y'all about that. I got my special guest that's here with us, and I'll be able to get an opportunity. We're going to get an opportunity to talk to our very special guest that we have coming up. Martin G. Johnson is supposed to come up too. I hadn't seen him, but if he comes in, I'm not going to hold our special guest long. I want to go on ahead and do this, but give me an opportunity. Let's do this. Get adjusted. I'm going to just take a quick little break, and I'm going to bring our special guest on. I don't want our special guest to wait any longer. I want to get on into this, and we'll talk about the Orange Man and them people, them crooks up there in D.C. that had to go along with him. All them people that had to go along with it. 427. That's all of them except one. One really got nervous. He really must got something on that one because it was unanimous. They say release them files. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But we're going to come up with our special guest Uh, my classmate, my classmate from grammar school, Jesus, but always have been remarkable, wonderful person, and that's Miss Diane Washington Tyson, and she's going to be with us in a little bit, and we'll be talking, and we're going to talk about Chicago, but we're going to talk about this situation with these children and why they clowning like they are, and Martin G's supposed to come in later. This is the Mac Man Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast for you East Coaster, right here on Mac Media 3. Mac Media 3 Productions, WKRA 92.7 on our FM dial. All my friends in Holly Springs, Mississippi. I can't sing a lick. Y'all already know that already. And I like to say to WRFU 104.5 FM in Champaign, Illinois, all of our listeners, D Light, my broadcast sister. Don't forget to tune in to D Light on Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Time. WRFU has a page, and look out for the discussions and intimate discussions and discussions about the world with D Light and her wonderful panel. We'll be right back in a little bit with our special guest, my classmate. We're going to talk some stuff. We ain't going to talk about all the terrible things that I did back in the day. I'm going to be nice, but that's my friend. Diane's my friend. We'll be right back in a little bit. This is the Mac Man Morning Show.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we're back on the Mac Man Morning Show. Hold on a second. I wanted to say good morning to our folks in the chat. I want to say, hey, Sharon, how are you? It's good to see you. Grand Rising. I did say hey to the deacon. I know that I did. Wait a minute. Hold on. I have some new folks here. Hey, that's Candle Dessert Lounge. Hey there, Pam G. How are you? Who's this? I don't. Good morning. We like to welcome you. Let me see what that says there. That's the BL, the something such and so. You got to tell me who you are. So I don't know that. That's the queen is in the house, y'all. Y'all to get ready for the queen. She's going to appear. Mac Media 3 is going to be helping to produce that program with our wonderful dear friend Queen Cutie is here. Hey, good morning to you, Grand Rising. Also, Candle Dessert Lounge. She's here. Wait a minute now. Hold on. I gotta see. Yes, it was horrific. Okay, Okay, I got you, Miss Braxton. I see. I had to make sure. How are you? Okay, now let me get all these preliminaries out of the way, and let me bring my very special guest. I'm grateful and I'm honored to have my classmate from Brennan Elementary School, 115th to 114. I don't know where I think it's 114th and Eggleston. We're right there on the great South Side. Ain't no other side but the South Side. I love the West Side too. I was born on the West Side, but I was reared and raised and did everything in Roseland on Halstead and Michigan. But mainly Finger High School. Everybody holler Finger. Finger! They wouldn't let me go to Finger because I don't know. I live right there. I open my door. My door is right there. But my Brennan school days, woo, who you telling? I got somebody. Now be nice now, Diane, when you come on and talk to the people. Listen, my dear friend and my classmate, man, ooh, this is special to me. I got my classmate on. And wait a minute. Okay, let me open your mic. Okay, did I open your mic, Diane, for me if you can? Did I do something wrong? Okay, okay, eh, okay. What did I do wrong? Okay, okay, there you go. Okay, Diane, say hello.
Hello.
Can you?
Hello.
Okay, there you go. Okay, hey, okay. 30
Hi,
years,
James. How are you?
34. I'm good. 34 years working for the place that we
Yes.
met as kids in the
Yes.
Chicago public school system. Shout out to everybody, Cheryl, all y'all, Urea, all of you know all them old bad folks. Them your folks down there, Urea, Elam, them down there on
Yes.
Emerald
Yes.
over there.
Yes.
You know, you had them other Washingtons down there, right next to you. Who was that lived next to you? Had your last name? It was Cynthia. Was it Cynthia Washington?
On Normal. They lived
Okay,
on
they were
Cynthia, Washington. Yes. Yes.
okay.
And
Okay.
then you had Pam
Uh,
Washington. And
Pam
yes.
Washington, Daryl Jackson, all them, all I ain't gonna. Okay,
Yes.
all them, my
Yes.
friends, our people that we know. Almost brought tears to my eyes, almost. But I got disturbed, Diane, when I got that video and I followed up with you. You kind of geared, you steered me to it, and as whew, it was horrible to see. I don't have the video now. I'm not trying to block you out or anything. I want to just this family right here. This lady was attacked walking her children from school. She has a son and a baby girl, and it was so horrific. These kids were bullied. From what I know, and Diane, you help me if I'm wrong. I want you to correct me. For 2 years, they've been picking on these kids. Now you know we know that we had bullies back in the day. Uh, who Dion? You know, big old Dion went to Julian. Dion. Was his
Yes.
what was his name? You know, daggone it,
Uh,
who?
Dion
Uh,
Dyson.
Dion Dyson. Dion Dyson. Dion wasn't no bully. He wasn't a bully. Who was
No,
a
he wasn't.
bully?
He was a nice man. He was
He
just
was
a big
cool.
guy.
He
He
was
was a big
cool.
guy.
Yeah, he was. He was. They were
He was
cool.
just a big
Who was
guy.
a real bully? It wasn't no because we would whoop their tail. I mean, we knew each other. We was in
We
family,
didn't
and
have
I
too
didn't know
many
no.
bullies. Yeah.
Yeah, but then we didn't play like that. But they were bullying these kids and trying to hurt this mother and this child. This is the shot. I ain't playing the video. I wouldn't care what y'all talking about. And they harassed these babies and this mama. And you know what really got me, Diane, was the son that's in this coat right here was shielding his mother and begging them not to uh hurt his mother. That hurt me, and I was mad and I was cussing on my program. And I just want you to tell me, what was your reaction? You know where we come from. You know we never put our hands on nobody's mama. You already know. Come on, Diane. You know we'd be in the grave, wouldn't we? Oh, we wouldn't be
We
talking.
would be in
Come
the
on,
grave.
come on. Tell
It
me
was
your feelings
it was
about it.
horrifying. It was horrifying to see for children to put their hands on an adult. Where they do that at? When do we start doing that? It starts from home. There's no home training, first of all. Where are the fathers in the house? Where was there no men that showed up for those bad little ass kids that was on there? All you
And you
seen
can
is
say that
mothers.
you're right. They were what you know where they live now. You know where our community. If something like that was going on, somebody saw something, and they was gonna come out, and both of us would probably get our ass whooped. I mean, excuse me, I don't say it. You know, oh, we gonna get it. You know, I mean, but nobody showed. There was no
Man, we
officer.
gonna get it.
Yeah, it was no officer. No, no. Go ahead. Oh, go
No,
ahead,
no.
Diane, and talk. Go ahead.
And so, as far as they're going on further than that, there were like, where are the uncles? Where are the men in these children's lives? There needs to be a positive role model somewhere. They got to be a grandfather, or uncle, or brother, or someone. But they out here and they call themselves YNs nowadays in Chicago, which is really horrible. They're trying to go around and they're trying to make a name for themselves, but it's really
What
embarrassing
is that?
themselves.
What
And
is a what is a YN? I think I know, but what is it?
a young N.
Or
I don't even want to say
a
the N
youngin.
word.
That's what. Okay, is okay. The
No,
young.
not a
That's what
young
they call.
N. The young N word, a young nigga.
Okay,
That's what
you
they call
said okay.
themselves.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
Okay, yes,
that's
ma'am.
what they
Go
call
ahead. You
themselves.
say.
They try to make a name for themselves. But as far as the children, in my aspect, the little badass ones, I don't believe that they should be put up in a system because that's all they do with our black children. However, I believe there should be strong discipline on the children, as well as for the girl who tried to with the apology. There was a girl who went on Facebook, she did an apology. However, I did not feel your apology because you're going
I
on
think they
there
were saving
and you were
face.
laughing.
Yeah, I think they were
You're
saving face and trying to get ahead of the disaster that's coming because these kids really don't you know that they're in danger too because of the community. Did you see the pic? Did
they're
you
not
see?
in danger.
Yeah. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Not only are they in danger, James, they're putting their families in danger. These people out here are trying to whoop the children parents butt. So
Literally.
it's wrong in so many ways. It's just all wrong in so many ways. And then let's go to the school system. Where is the administration that goes along with social emotional learning? Let's start with that. Where's the mental health crisis team? There should be a whole lot of things put in place at all Chicago public schools.
But
All
they had
Chicago
plenty of
public
police
schools.
out there. They had plenty of police, but they ain't had no guidance. You know how a crisis happen, and they bring in the counselors. They
Yes.
bring a group of them. They need this in this community, and that's why I was on the mayor yesterday. I just was mad because I said these is our people. I mean, I'm grateful we didn't have no trauma when we were growing up, like no real devastating. We had classmates that got hurt or in the fire. We had one classmate or one of our schoolmates that they had a train accident and that devastated
Yes.
our. We didn't have all that. I mean,
We
not
do
that
not
we were
have that.
perfect, but we had a support system. And if the school system has a support system, in place for crisis management supposed to be in there. What do you say about that, Madam Administrator?
I believe it's a village that, like, what happened to block club parties where everyone just came along and got together? You knew your community, you knew your neighbors, you knew on the block. A neighbor could tell you, don't do that. You get out my grass, you do this. And only thing you did was you might have laughed at them and snickered, but you ran. You didn't go up there try to fight them. You didn't go over there and try to harm them or do anything like that. People need to be held accountable for their actions. As even if you are a child, you cannot just get up and go do what you want to do. That I'm
Right.
that was that really hurt my heart. I was in tears just to see the video, to see something
Yeah.
like that. And the mother, I commend the mother because as for her, she could have really hurt those kids. She could have
Yeah.
put her
Just
hands
what
on
if
those
she'd had
kids.
that lightning?
But
What if she
as
had
as a
some
her being
lightning?
an adult, she felt as though that's a child. I'm not going to hurt or harm a child. And
But
as
you look
well
at how
as those
big these
children
kids
father.
were. But you
That
look
could
at
have
how
went
big. Yeah. But look at how big these kids were. Now these are some big jokers. I'm just gonna
those are
tell the
big
truth, Shane
jokers.
the devil. Now they were kind of big, and there were too many of them to me. I was looking, and I was saying to myself that it was too much. It was. I mean, it was like. I mean, come on, Diane. I mean, I just to put your hands on somebody's mama. Come on now.
But wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna go old school.
Yeah.
This girl
Come
sat
on with
back
it. Come
and
on.
she posed and put her dukes up. She put her dukes up. That lady
Yeah.
could have
I'm not
knocked her
showing
out.
that
So
picture,
you
but I
you
got
sitting
it.
back here, you meditate. Oh, I'm finna go up here and I'm gonna knock this. Where is the respect? Because one thing about it, if you out there hitting adults like that, I wonder what you're doing to your mama in the house.
Yeah, but
Because if
you
you
know.
that bold to put your hands on an adult, what other adult you to put your hands on? Because baby,
Well,
you met you got the right one. Because it would could have been somebody else, you would have been 6 feet under, and you could have been having your funeral tomorrow.
that's these. I tried to tell y'all this is my classmate and my neighbor too, cause we lived not too far from me. This is how we were raised. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. Don't go nowhere, Diane. I got these folks over here. Somebody may have a question or something. You roll in the seats. We from the shy. We can roll in the car and stuff, and stuff like that. Listen, I'm gonna take a quick break. Y'all get your questions together. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I got someone from Chicago that I want to bring up also with us. And Brother Lee Mack, I sent everything to you, sir. All you got to do follow the prompts, and I'll bring you in there. And Martin G, if you listening, come on. I sent you the link. But I got my friend, my classmate, my neighbor, and down to earth real person, a 34-year veteran of that school system that we graduated from, and know them and know what's going on. We're going to get in depth about the system. We're going to get your questions a little bit. This is Magman Morning Show. Y'all don't clown now. Y'all be nice and everything. I don't want no y'all be on target with folks because y'all don't come here clowning. Y'all already know how I am. We got company today. To the bushes, everybody. Y'all know how to act on this show. This the Mac Man Morning Show. We'll be right back in a little bit. Y'all hold on, go get your coffee and all those other goodies that y'all talking about. Y'all won't. I'll be back.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Desserts Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we're back on the Magman Morning Show. Grand Rising. Good day to each and every one of you that have come to just be here with us on this morning. I got my special guest that's here, that my classmate, my dear friend, my old neighbor, but more importantly, she is a 34-year member veteran of, God help her, I don't know how, well, I know how she made it because she's from Chicago. That's my dear friend and classmate, Miss Diane Washington Tyson, that's with us on this morning. I tried to grab the right picture, but I hope that was all right. I tried to tell people, why are you trying to mess with us? That's my classmate, and I'm grateful to you, ma'am. Oh, yeah, see, they don't know we don't play when they go around here. You, my friend, my dear friend. I mean, we can go back, and I can talk about some stuff that I ain't going to say. But Diane always have been a nice person. And what I mean by that, she was never one of those. Y'all, how was what they call them, the mean girl type of group of that? She got with them. They didn't mess with her. She could fight and everything, but she was cool. She was cool with everybody and everything. And, she was just cool, made friends. She wasn't like, okay, I'm going to be with the snooty people. And I know, and you know what? She lived down the street from the Shy Light from Squirrel, didn't you? You know I ain't lying. You
Yes,
know,
yes, I
on and the
did.
mention
Yes, I
mention right
did.
on the corner. So she was living in High Cotton over there. See, when you're over at 113th and you come down. Now I lived on the big White House. It was big. See, I was at the White House before. I was at that my house right there on the corner. Everybody know that James house right there. So from 113th and Parnell all the way to Halstead. Now you was in the Peel Hill of our community, if you know what I mean. I mean, these were
Absolutely.
people. They went to work, they took care of their homes and family. And if a brother from the Chi-Lites wanted to move in there, it was a good place. We had a good upbringing. We really did. I had fun. I did. We
I
had
did
our
too.
times, but I had fun. What about you?
I had such a great childhood growing up. James, we had so much fun. Oh my
Yes, we
God.
did.
Like children today, they don't know how to have fun. All they know is a
Double
TV
Dutch
and pushing
and
buttons and
strike out.
computers.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
remember
God,
Double Dutch?
strikeout, double
The
dutch, the miracle
strikeout.
round, the
Yeah,
playground, the
remember that
strikeout.
slide board? We had a sliding board. You
Oh
can
my
slide down the
God.
poles, but it hot as hell when it was burn your ass. I mean, but anyway, but we used to
Ooh,
have gym. They don't have. I don't
yeah,
know what's wrong with children. We had Mr. Davenport and Mr. Smoot.
yeah.
It was one more. There was a lady. I can't think of her name though, but we had some good teachers, Mr. Jones, Miss Iandola, Miss Beavers, Miss Washington.
Hmm.
Man, I can think of my
Mr.
kindergarten.
Jones.
Mr.
Uh-huh.
Jones was a
Yeah,
very,
Miss
very,
Harris.
very Miss Harris. Yeah, all of
Yeah.
them. Dog, it's so many of them. Mr.
Miss
Robinson,
Taylor.
Miss Taylor. Now, Miss Taylor's
That's
room. Now, this is
third
when you knew.
grade.
Yeah, well, now was she? No, she was second. Was Miss Taylor
Second
second grade?
grade. That was
Wait,
second
let me tell
grade.
you a story about Miss Taylor's group. Well, I'm gonna get back to these children in a minute, but y'all need to check this out though. Miss Taylor's group was the advanced group. Now that means that if you was in first grade, some kids were more advanced in first grade and they promoted them. She was in the room of promote, and she was the first teacher. Do you remember when we went to Ebony and Jet?
Yep.
We went
Yes.
downtown to Ebony and
Yes.
Jet, and they
Oh
took
my
us down there.
God.
I
That was
was at
amazing.
we were exposed to our culture
To
with
our culture.
teachers like Miss Taylor, Miss
Hmm.
McDowell,
Oh
all these
yes.
people, Miss Robinson, all these people that
Oh
we spent more time with them than we spent in the house. You know
that
where
we
I'm
spent in
coming
the
from.
house.
So
Yes.
when we looking at this situation and looking at things that's going on, sisters and brothers and ladies and gentlemen, it pisses you off when you see these things going on. Now you talked about the administration a little bit. Tell me, what do you think that being in administration, being there with your eyes and ears right there, you retired now, they can't mess with you. You got your money already, so they can't mess with you.
Absolutely.
And your coins, you got yours. You're gonna get yours first. Tell us what in the world is going on at CPS.
Okay, well I'm gonna start with allegedly. Allegedly. Um, it starts with, like I said, administration. Where are security guards? Where is the counselor? Where's the social worker? Um, where is the school dean? Where are the people to protect the children? This has been going on for 2 years, and that parent, where's the documentation? I hopefully she had. There should be incident reports that should have been made. There should have been phone calls. There's a district office as well. So it's gonna go with the principal. We're gonna start right there with the head in charge. What did the principal do about it?
Do you,
Or
wait, do you
if the
remember? Do you
principal,
remember? Wait, before you. Okay, go ahead. Wait 1 second. Do you remember? Is there a security? Is still a separate security unit for the schools like they used to have? Like Mr. Williams and them were security people.
no,
Mr.
no,
Robinson, those were security people that
no,
were on ground. They ain't got that no more.
no. There's the funding for Chicago Public Schools is very sad. It's very sad. No, 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 no. You may have a security officer,
Wow.
and you may have a part-time security officer. This is for grammar schools. Now I'm not sure for high schools.
Well, we
You
had a
know,
policeman at our school too. School, remember?
Mr. Robinson.
We had a
Yep.
police officer. Yeah, well,
Well,
yeah.
right,
I mean, we had police officers.
To my knowledge, I believe that they took the police officers out of the school system because they said it kind of scared the students or whatever else with the police. The
What?
police,
Wait,
the police
Diane. Let
doesn't
me
have.
ask this. Let
Yes,
me ask this. Let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Now you know Mr. Robinson and Mr.
yes,
Williams. Them were like
yes.
our family. Am I right or
Yep.
wrong? They didn't harass us. They didn't. Now if we got in trouble. You know they were coming for us. We were. They were just. They were the disciplinarians. They were the balance of manhood that we needed as boys up in that school. What you say?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. But not only that, they came for you, but they protected you as they came for you.
They sure
They
did.
made sure that you
They
was
sure
okay.
did.
They made sure that you, which we didn't have the mental stuff back then. But they still made sure that you were okay, that you felt safe,
That's
that
right.
everything would be
That's
okay.
right.
This too shall pass. That's how we grew up.
That's right.
So we might not like you right then. We're gonna write a note and say, "I'm gonna beat you up at 3:15." But you take that note. You take that
Yeah,
note.
I
You
got a
remember
couple
that?
of them.
At
I got a couple
3:15.
of them. I got a couple of
Uh huh.
them. I
All you
got
gotta
a
do is go
couple.
take that note to Mr. Robinson, Mr. Williams. Trust me, that
Oh, it's
wasn't gonna happen
wrong.
at 3:15.
It's, you mess with him, I knock your eye. The boy, what you gonna do?
Uh
What? And
huh.
you had protection. We didn't have to worry about. And if he say you, if he come back tomorrow and say you did something while it was on the way, you know I'm gonna do something to you. And you know something? Nothing happened. We had our fights and stuff. You know when we get in the all that
Mm-hmm.
old stuff and it break up every now and then. But it wasn't nothing serious. Diane, what has from what your standpoint? You got 34 years in there. Come on, give it to us. What is it? Politics? What's going on? I mean, it just seemed like they just look. They
It's
said fingers
poverty.
closed. I hope they. Am I right?
It's poverty. It's poverty. It's poverty. There's nothing in the community. There's nothing for children to do in the community. There's no community centers. There's no place where they could go swimming. There's no YMCA's. There's no outlet for children. So the only thing they have to do is to stay in the house. You're watching video games. You watching the baddies on TV. You watching Grand Theft Auto. So these are the type of behaviors that the kids think is okay. That is not okay. It's
Mm-hmm.
not okay. So you got a child and the parents, where y'all at? Are y'all even in the house or are y'all in a club? What y'all doing? Where you at?
Wow.
So let's start there. It starts from
Wow.
home. It starts from home. You're not raising your kids. I mean, you don't know what they doing at all times. So, and that's okay.
Right.
But when you don't know what they doing, you want to feel like, well, I did raise them with enough respect not to do that. Now, how would they
Yeah,
like
but
that?
not the.
Just reverse it. If
Yeah.
it was their mother, what if that was your mother who was being beat? So you gotta. This
That's what
goes
I
a
was
long way.
thinking
It's
about.
not.
That's what I was looking at. I said to myself, Diane, I said, now, although, that wasn't, oh man, oh Jesus, oh, is enough. If you put your hands on my mama, you know what I'm saying? It was some serious things could have happened behind this, and they say, and this lady's sick too, and
Luckily, that the lady did not have an older son. Now, what if she had a 16-year-old son and he seen that?
oh man, as they say, oh man, or somebody
Now
or her
you talking
cousins
about
or
the
her
Wild
brothers.
Wild Hundreds. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
That you want to see the Wild Wild Hundreds come out? No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
Did you see the people? But did you see the people? And I want to say that the link is in the chat. I want you to come in if you got a comment or want to something in the chat. Hit that link, and you can come right in. And y'all behave. Y'all already know I got the controls. I will cut you off completely. Come on. I want you to discuss this. I don't want to just stick out here and we saying something and y'all not saying something. On the screen, you will see the link in the chat. It is there. Hit follow from there. Now, Diane, I want to ask you again, and you've been through a whole lot. We and I know who Brandon Johnson. Wait a minute. Okay, Brandon Johnson. Wait a minute. What happened? I did something happen. Can you hear me, Diane? Yeah, you can hear me. I think.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, you got Brandon Johnson. Who is this? Okay, Brandon Johnson, who's the mayor. Now we went through a lot of mayors. Old Man Daley, his son, Harold Washington, James Byrne, Land. and all of them back then in the day. We didn't have, although our school was in the black community, it wasn't. We had a sense of community. Do you think that the teachers, what's with the new? And I'm saying this because something is going on with the perception or the mindset. Our teachers knew us. They knew our name. They knew our folks. What's going on with the teachers? I got to put, because the schools are responsible too. What's going on with the teachers and the real administration? What's really going on with them? Come on.
My personal opinion for the seasoned teachers, this is not for the seasoned teachers. For the new teachers that's coming in, what I used to tend to see when I was working is when the new teachers come in, you coming in as a teacher. You're not these children's friend, first of all. And
Right.
I never knew as a child that a teacher had a first name. I didn't know
Yeah,
teachers
me
had
neither.
first
It was
names.
Mrs. Right, right,
You know,
right. We
so
never
you can't
did
come in
that.
the
We
room and say,
never.
"Hey,
Ooh.
Diane. Hey, Sharon. What's up,
Mm-mm.
girl? What it do, girl?" No, 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 no.
That's
To
right.
me, that's disrespectful. You're not being rude, but that's disrespectful because you are a child. We are not on the
That's
same
right.
level. We're not on the same
That's
level.
right.
So to me,
You you
that's
ain't
that's
joking.
a huge problem. So once you start seeing that, the child already know. Okay, well, this teacher, I can get away with that with her. I get away with that with her. And like the children are very
Yeah.
disrespectful. Oh, that's cute. Where you get your weed from? Who did your nails? So now you on a
Yeah. I mean,
one-on-one
but they
basis
all.
talking to this
Y'all
child
know
like that's your friend. That's not your friend, that's your teacher. We
that
should
has
not
never
be
happened.
discussing this.
I never seen this. I seen these children come into school looking like straight out the whatever, and we wonder why we didn't have the predatorial. We if they did, they never came. I ain't never heard when we were going to school anybody messing with us up in school. I mean, boys, girls, anything like the men or the janitor or the teachers. Or we didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we were protected. Not just saying that though. Somebody, if this kid was picked on allegedly for 2 years, now ain't no way in the world, Mr. Williams, Mr. Robinson, the Miss Granada, Miss Roach, them principal we used to have, Miss
Yeah,
Bessler, all them
yeah.
that old ugly principal we had. That
The,
I didn't like
the
her too
school
much.
system
All
has
right,
failed those
Miss. Okay,
children.
okay. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We got a guest coming up. Diane, can you? I want you to stick with us. I want to bring up right now. I talked about this lady. This is our new friend that's going to be in our production. We're producing her show. It's the Bling Queen. She's here and she's going to join in our conversation. Hey, Miss Barbara, how are you? Okay, wait a minute. Let me take your mic off. Okay, is it off? Unmute yourself. Let me put you
Oh,
in. Hold on. Let me put you in first. Add you to. Okay, I can hear you. Okay, Diane, I can hear you. Okay, can I hear you? Okay, speak up now, Miss Bling Queen.
Hi, good morning to everyone. Hello, Miss
Good
Diane.
morning.
hello, hello.
I don't really want to
All
ask
right,
a
that's
question. I just want to make a statement. Miss Diane is so correct when she says it starts at home, and that's the absolute truth. Everything that is entailed with all of this it started at their home from the upbringing from their parents.
Amen.
That's my opinion.
don't
Agree.
go nowhere. Where you going? Just gonna drop that now. The Blink Queen wants you to stay
No,
here
no,
with
no.
us for a
No, no,
second.
no. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm just
Okay.
saying this kind of
Okay.
behavior, it starts at
Yeah.
home. Bad parenting. They are products of their environment. All of that uh, plays a role in what happened. Because when I was a child, I was so afraid of adults. My neighbor and stuff. I gave them the most
Yeah.
up respect. And that's what I think this has came from, bad parenting or no
Wow.
parents. Because you can have a parent in the home, but if they're not acting as such, that's almost like having no parent.
Yeah. You're right.
And it's
You're right.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous that it has come to that.
That's
Absolutely.
true. That's true. Diane, I wanted you both of you all hold on a second since I got you here, and I want y'all just hang on. I'm going to take another break real quick, and y'all get yourselves prepared. I got my my favorite classmate. Don't tell my folks that. But I got my classmate. I have the new Bling Queen. The Bling Queen is here. We didn't want to let her out yet, but we had to bring her in. We ladies, I want y'all to focus on this before we go to the break. I want you to tell us, because I know that the Bling Queen went to a different school system than we did, but I want to get her opinion about the state of what you see in young people, and also you, Diane. We're going to continue this conversation. Thank y'all for being here. We'll be right back. Y'all just stand by. We're going to just breathe a little bit, and we're going to just say hello to our wonderful supporters. If you want to support us, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later and fuss with y'all later, but I'm not going to do it. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. We'll be right back in a little bit. Just hold on and hold on and hold on. I got you.
All right.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner
Oh
and
no,
creator of
I got you. I hope I got you. Okay, I got you. I think I do.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner
Come on
and
now.
creator of Candle Desserts Lounge,
The devil's in the
Mississippi's
thing.
finest
Okay.
dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
How you doing, my friend?
hey there. How are you?
We, you doing good. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Okay, just
Thank you for
hang
the
in there with me, my
invite.
buddy.
Really.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna talk about everybody. Gonna want to come on. I'll get you in a second. We still in commercial.
Okay.
Okay.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man,
Got a
this is
delay.
one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Something has occurred. I think our conversations, but anyway, we're back on the Mac Man Morning Show. I ain't gonna do no more breaks or nothing because this is the first with our new network that we have, and y'all just be patient. I'm happy to have my dear friends that are here, my new dear friend, and but my longtime classmate and my friend and my neighbor, and a 34-year veteran of the Chicago public school system. That's Diane Washington Tyson. Got two famous names. You know, Washington is famous and Tyson to knock you out. But that's my dear, dearest friend, wonderful friend. And I have the Bling Queen is here, y'all. Hey, you down there? I know you unmute your mic. Just say hello. I can't make sure I hear you.
Hello.
Did I get you? Are you there? You are. And
Can you hear me?
before we
Yes.
left, and yeah, I can hear you well. I want to say, and I want to lead into this part of the conversation, and that's why I was glad. Maybe God wanted this to happen like this at 9:50, and we're almost rolling. And we didn't need to talk about the orange man. We need to talk about what really hits home, and that's what's going on in our communities, not just in the city of Chicago. Whether you in Mississippi, Texas, wherever you are, there's some stuff like this going on. Bullying is real, even though and danger is real. The repercussions of it is real. I don't know what those kids were thinking. I know that they're kids. We should know the way they're an outcry to talk about this to these people that okay, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, can y'all hear me? I'm back.
Yes.
I'm just talking and wait a minute. Okay, let me hush. Anyway, I'm gonna say this real quick and bring y'all. Um, tell us tell me. Okay, Bling Queen, you went to Catholic school. What's the name of your school? St. Will Abroad.
No, I
Where did you
went to
go?
Academy Our Lady for high school, but I went
Academy of
to
Our Lady. Lucy here.
yeah, and
Yeah,
but for
what you say?
elementary school, I went to Wendell Smith on 103rd in Cottage Grove.
Mm,
I
mm,
grew up in the
okay.
Rosemore community, not Roseland, but the Rosemore
Mm.
community. And what I think
You
has
were over
really
east.
happened with yeah, a little over east off between King Drive and Cottage. What I think has happened, these kids have no solid foundation and no structure. First of all, the kids don't have any God in their house, and I can say that with facts because had they been raised right, taken to church and things like that, you know. Fortunately, I grew up in a two-parent home. I really did. But for those that didn't, that was surrounded around me when I was growing up, they still had a good foundation and structure. Back in my day, I was born in the
That's
late
true. That's
60s.
true. I'm a
You
witness
know,
to that.
our parents took us to church. They took us skating. They took us bowling. They didn't send us. They took us. And so that is what's happening with these young people now. It's like these young kids are heathens. They have no God. They're not led by parents. The parents want to be kids themselves. They're getting high in front of their kids. I don't care if marijuana is legal, it's still considered a drug because you cannot get a job if you have it in your system, whether it's legal or not legal, and it's just so much sad things among the youth now. Because I know in my area I live in now, Bronzeville, they do open up like centers and things like that where the kids can swim and play basketball. But believe you me, those places are empty. These kids are not doing that kind of stuff. They have a lot of peer pressure. Like Miss Diane was
Hmm.
saying, those PlayStation games and Grand Theft Auto and, just things like that, and
Hmm.
they're not teaching the kids. The kids are raising themselves. They're
Yeah.
out here begging adults for dollars. They're hungry. I mean, what 9-year-old, because my daughter ran into a 9-year-old the other day, begging for money, talking about he was hungry and things like that. So, things like that need to be reevaluated. And maybe social services need to visit these schools more. And then they go to these people's homes. That should be mandated by the courts now because there's too much going
Yeah.
on. I'm scared of little kids. I am. I
Well,
don't know
let
if they
me
have
ask
a
you. Let me.
gun.
Yeah. Let me. I hear you. Let me say this though, and add on to what you were saying, and I want to ask Diane to come in on you and to give a comment on what you were saying. The way that and I'm not trying to say we got to go old fashioned back to the 1800s and the slave days and all that. I'm just talking about just. Do you think? I mean, I don't want to do this, but I am parenting. Even though we had Diane, and you know this, we had classmates that gotten pregnant, and they were getting ready to get out of grammar school into high school. We didn't shun them, we didn't hurt them. There was a support system there. Even the way that we went to school, we had home economics and we had different things like that that we had to see how we took care of things. We had auto shop, we had wood shop, we had electric. We wanted to be an electrician. We could be apprentices. We had broadcasting. You know, I got into it. They wouldn't let me in, but but I got in though. Okay, I'm here. But all these
There you
things,
go.
we had guidance counselors and things like that. As the brain saying, now we at a point now that I'm kind of Pookie and Ray Ray and them. They kind of make me nervous a little bit. I had to bring that lightning, especially when I come home. Tell me, Diane, what is it about the raising of the children now versus when we were coming?
Well, first of all, children are raising themselves. Okay, children are getting up in the morning, going to school by themselves. Mom might still be in the bed, dad may still be in the bed, even if they're in the house. There's a lot of children that comes to school. That's why they're hungry because mom didn't get up and fix them a meal to go to school. They come to school dirty because no one washed their clothes. They come. One thing about it, children do like to go to school. Now, once they get in school, the things that goes
That's
on,
true.
you don't know. But the children, they love to come to school. They love to come to school. Everybody doesn't have Jordans, and everybody does not have that. That does not mean that you're better than me because I don't
Right.
have what you have. So right there is a big problem. I did like when they brought uniforms into schools because that did take down a lot of stuff. Because Kathy has the world and Sheila doesn't have anything. So we all can
Hmm.
get together. And then, like, even at the community, the school that I came from, when we seen our children, we know the children who did not have nothing. So we, as staff
Yeah.
members, took it ourselves. We went in our pockets to make sure that
Right.
child had the needs, the wants. The parents had the needs, the wants, that they had food on their table, and they know they could come to us. Even if they actually needed, the parents, if they needed a couple of dollars or whatever else, we didn't have a problem with that. We're going to pay the cash fund and help you out because it's about making
Right.
sure that you're able to feed, you're fed. Because if you're fed and nourished and healthy, you're able to take care of your own children to get out there to be fed and nourished and healthy. Sometimes some of the parents may not have had a bus card to go to work. They may not have had that, but we will help provide that for you because you need that to take care of your children. Now, we're not going to provide for you to go out there, get high, and buy your drinks and make sure you got money to get in the club. No,
That's
that's not
right.
what we did. That's not what we
That's
did.
right. That's
So
right.
yeah, there's a way. Like, if your child did not have something for Christmas, guess what? They had something. It may not have been a lot, but they had something underneath
Yeah.
that tree, and they had something underneath the tree in our school that you could go walk and pick up. Every child deserves something, whether you bad or not. Everybody deserves something, and then it goes on further with the parenting. Going back to the parents, when a
Hmm.
child comes home from school, do you ask, hey, how was your day? What happened at school? What's going on in school? Do you ask those questions? Because ain't no way
Did you do your
ain't no
homework?
way. Exactly. So you tell, I believe those parents did not find out what those children did until it hit social media. And if it did not hit social media, those parents would not have never known. They
That's
would never
right.
know what happened.
Now, Bling
So,
Queen, I want to bring you in on. Okay, go ahead, Diane. I didn't mean to cut you off, sweetheart. Go ahead.
no, let the blame
I'm
queen
sorry.
talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, Bling Queen. Now, I want to because I want to. And now, this is a good thing here because where were the parents, Bling Queen? From your evaluation, we looking at the system. We're looking at even the administration and the teachers. And now we got that, and we touched a little bit on the household. Tell me about the household. What's going on
Let
at
me
home?
tell
Is
you.
there a disconnect at the house? Come on with it.
Yes, it's connected with the house. It starts at home. Somewhere along the line, these pitiful kids, their parents have failed them. The school system has failed them. They don't have the teachers looking the way they did when I came up. Now the teachers have BBLs and certain these boys' hormones are raising, and the teacher thinks she looks good. And back then we had real teachers that cared about you. They cared about what was happening in your home. They cared about all of that. Now they just want to be an Instagram model and hold a title as I'm a teacher, but yet they're trying to flaunt their curves and stuff. They don't even dress appropriate. So first of
But
all, Their parents have
Mm-hmm.
failed them. Back to your question. The parents in
Yes,
the
ma'am.
home are
No,
not
no, go ahead.
getting up. They're not getting up fixing hot cereal. We had hot cereal every morning. Even if my parents didn't fix it, they gave the job to my big sister or brother to see after us in the morning. They made sure that we didn't go to school before time. Therefore, we couldn't get into anything, along the way. You know what I'm saying? The teachers were calling the parents. The parents at that point was not cussing the teachers out. Nowadays, the parents are sitting at high. What the F you calling me for? All that kind of nonsense, and that's what's going on. The homes do not have men in there. And if they do have men, it's not the kind of men that get up and work. They're the kind of men that's laid up off of the woman. And then you have to be careful about these men that you bring in your house, especially when you have daughters and sons. So it's a lot going on. I'm sure it's some type of sexual behavior or something where the little girl is trying to get ready for school, and then you have the mom's boyfriend, not her husband, but you have the boyfriend, and he's looking at her, and it's a lot of stuff that's going on in homes. But until we put God first and we get these parents, they need some skills. We need centers open where they have parenting skills. And then, like I said, along the way, the first thing, the parents have failed the kids. The schools have failed the kids with the way the teachers carry themselves. And the men are walking around, the teachers with earrings in their ear and just all kinds of satanic behavior. And you have to watch yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because we are role models as people. Who are the kids going to look to? They're just kids. I mean, I looked to my parents, and then when they put me in the school system, when I was in kindergarten, I looked to the teacher to help me until my parents came back to retrieve me. So it's just so much going on. That's what's happening, in my opinion.
Wow. This is the Mac Mad Morning Show. Boy, I tell you, it is lit. Thank you all for in the chat and everything. I got my very special guests that are here. My classmate is here, my dear friend, Miss Diane Washington Tyson, and the Bling Queen Cutie. She's here. Her show will be premiering in December, and we're working on everything to help her in production. It's just good to have common sense on whether it's radio, TV, or something. We got to talk about the situation that's going on in our community. Yeah, we know the Orange Man doing his thing. Yeah, we know all these other things are going on. But sometimes we need to take a breather and see what's going on in our back door, what's happening here. Breathe. I was born and raised in Chicago. Be my home. I'll never forget it. And it affected me because I remember going to school. And this, when I saw my teacher in the grocery store, and I had a fit. Oh, that's Miss Scott. Wow, I didn't know she went to the store. It was Miss Scott. It wasn't. I knew her name was Gloria Scott. When I got grown, I did. I never called her. I always called her Miss Scott. But that was her name. And I saw her in Jewel on 115th Street. You know what I'm talking about, Diana, right down the street
Yes,
from you.
yes.
And
They're closed now.
we go over there, and I saw her in Jules Bazaar. I never forget. I thought I saw the best. I thought it was Beyonce. That my teacher going to, and she drink orange juice. What are you doing? And she get biscuits too, you know. But we had that respect for each other, like the Bling Queen was saying. We had that respect for each other. Diane, I want you to just in these minutes that we have. We had 10:04 Central Standard Time. If you supposed been there 4 minutes, you late. Don't run up the stairs and fall or nothing. And take the earbuds out your ear, turn us down, put them on, and we still here. Diane, I want you to just listen. I'm going back. What can be done? And this is for both of you all. And you take it. You take the time that you need to take to give it and do your shout outs and everything. You know, cause the block listening. I know you're gonna post it and tell them say I was on James's show. God, y'all remember James from Reddit? You know you gonna go and talk. See, I already know my folks. And Blaine Queen, she gonna put it all over America. I was on the Mac Man Morning Show. I know she is because you know they're all my friends. I want you to take time and Diane, I want you to do this. I want you to take time and tell us what could we do and where do you feel that we can go as a community from here to help situation that's going on. That's for both of y'all. Go ahead.
I think we need more community programs within neighborhoods, especially neighborhoods within poverty. Um, there, we have a park districts, we have things like that, but it needs to be more structured. Um, Kids need to know that there is a way out. Kids need to know that there's help out there for them. There is a lot of mental disturbance going on, and social media is a big problem with that. A lot of kids are being bullied through social media, which causes something, and a lot of parents don't really know exactly what's going on your child's phone. It's almost every child has a phone nowadays, and that is, it's a safety. I believe it's good for safety, but it's also being used for the wrong reasons for children. And children, they don't know what they're doing is wrong. They don't know that they're actually hurting someone until it's them or until it's someone close to them, then that's when they feel the pain. But for a stranger, there's no empathy for strangers nowadays. No one cares. If you see a homeless man nowadays walking down there, instead of, just feeling a heartfelt, a kid would try to laugh at them, may throw rocks at them, may talk about them and do, just do something horrible. There needs to be programs within the school to teach the children basically how to act, how to grow, how to learn to uh, uh how to learn to respect others. It's hard to say to trust because it's hard to trust a lot of adults because they're doing so many weird things. So a lot of kids don't have trust in adults. There's one or two or three people within a school system that a child trusts. But a lot of times, if you in a school system and a teacher is telling you, shut up, get out of my face. Boy, if you don't go sit down, well, I'm gonna call my
Mm.
mama on you. Call her. Tell her to come on and tell her to bring your daddy too. No, we didn't have that as growing up. So right there, if you talking, a child is talking to you like
That's
that,
true.
you as an adult have to be, you got to do it different. You can't say, yeah, okay, bring your mama up here, bring your daddy up here, bring your whole, we can't do that. That's not what we do. So there has to be structure. And then if a child, like a kid comes to school, first of all, you don't know what went on in their day when they left that house. So when they walk in that school day, what they want to feel is safe and secure. They want to see smiles and happy faces. A kid might have just got beat, or a kid might have just seen their mama get beat, or a kid might have seen that their mama didn't come home, or a kid may have seen their mama doing drugs, or a kid may have been seeing their mama partying all night long with all these company and guests in the house. Now I got to get up and go shower and walk through this house with all these people. It's a lot of devastation that you don't know what's going on once a child walks out the door going into school. So for schools, when you see this child walking in with an attitude on, got their hoodie on, refuse to take it off, don't want to talk, no, don't talk to me, don't talk to the kid. Just say, hey, hello, have a good day. I want you to have a good day. Then maybe someone could go email the social worker or the counselor and say, hey, go check on this little kid because they normally don't come to school like this every day, mad and angry or whatever else. Or if they do come to school mad and angry every day, let's find out why. What's making you so mad at 8 o'clock in the morning that you angry at the world? It has to be a reason why. So they may be hungry. And if breakfast is over in the school, you can't eat breakfast. You tardy. You should have come to school late. You come to school late every day. You don't know why the kid came to school late. First of all, every day there is
Yeah.
situations that goes on at home that a lot of adults blame the students for, and it's out of the students' hands. And even for the older kids that's in 8th grade, mama, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to school. You ain't leaving no goddamn way until you comb that girl hair, wash them dishes, run
Mhm.
down here to the store, get some milk before you go to school. You come back, you tell
That's
that teacher.
right.
So
Yes,
there is
sir.
so much that goes on within a home
Hmm.
before a child walks out the door. The mother and dad could be in the
But
house.
it's more now than ever. Don't you know it's more stuff going on now than we didn't have? Lord knows we didn't have. Boy, I'm glad we had our folks and we were born when we was born, because if they had to go through, who no? Oh, go ahead, Diane. I'm sorry. That is a
Yeah,
flashback.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
so basically, you have the children who you're when you have a child and a teacher arguing, going back to back, back and forth. No. No, you a child, stay in a child's place. The adult has to be able to calm themselves down mentally because yeah, this child just called me a bitch. No, she didn't. Or no, he didn't. Or they call me a hoe. And children are doing that to adults in Chicago public schools. And it gets to the fact of what consequences happens to the kid. So this is what happens to the kid. Get out my classroom right now. So now the kid gets to go downstairs and sit into the office. So now the kid is sitting in the office maybe an hour, 2 hours, ain't doing nothing. You what? Okay, the school clerk, what can she do? But tell you, Johnny, sit down. Johnny, don't do that, baby. Come on. Maybe you talk to him and say, hey, well, what's going on? Let's see how you doing. This is how I build the
You
rapport
begin you
with the
begin to be
children.
the counselor. Then they come to you. You the
You
counselor.
You're the
You the
counselor.
calmer
You're the
downer.
nurse. You're yeah.
Yeah,
You're almost everything. Not only for the child, but you're the support system of the school. So you got to keep a brief mind because you still got everything coming in. Just because Johnny's sitting here, you still got to make sure Johnny is safe, as well as do your payroll, as well as make sure this is done in the rest of your reports. So now this kid is still sitting there for 2 hours. Nah, they come back in there. Okay, now go back to class. Get back in class. What has been done to help this child with this behavior outburst that they just had? You just came to sit down in the office and to do nothing. But where is the counseling to assist the child in your behavior of what's going on with you socially, emotionally? We don't know. Or mentally. We have no idea. So this is what
yeah,
counselors, crisis team, people need to get into. Even the teachers, you know your children. You know who comes through school and how they looking every day. And if they look sad, if they look mad, if you have to have that net as a teacher, as a mandated reporter. It's just not teachers. It's not just it's everyone. It's everyone. And they're just children. They're children. We
yeah.
all been there. And they just growing up and they don't know how. There's no rule book on how to grow up. There's no rule book on parenting. We just learn as we go. But we do know right from wrong.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
it starts right there. And again, it starts from home. It starts from
Yeah,
home.
Absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
for these lot of ladies bring a lot of men in their home multiple times a year. This my boyfriend. Call him your call him daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Call him
Yep.
daddy. That's not your daddy. That's not your daddy. Okay, so now 2 months later, forget him. F him, get him out of here. Now we got another man in the house. So now we got
Yep.
another man in the house.
and a problem and some drama and
And
some problems.
exactly. So now which is gonna really make the little young boys mad. Why is this man in the house sleeping in my mama bed? I'm your daddy, boy. I'm your daddy now. And the man is
Yep.
not respecting the children. They're not even respecting the women. 9 times out of 10, it's getting cold outside and they need a roof over their head. So that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem.
Absolutely.
Mm. Blame Queen. Come on.
What I think should happen as far as the schools, then I'll get back to what I think should happen as far as the home. The schools need to bring prayer back into the school.
Yes.
They wanted to know what would happen if they took it out. Okay, there you have it. You see what's happening because they took it out. They need to bring prayer back into the school. Point blank, period. Now, as far as people's homes, everybody live their life a different kind of way. And I know that we're not privy to know what it goes on in everybody's, home, of course. But the first thing starting, like Miss Diane says, with these women are so overshadowed and taken with these men. They bring anything around their kids. The men are even in there eating up the kids' food and, things like that. They're like children themselves, So that's the first thing, And they need some parenting classes. I think nowadays, since things have gotten so, technical, I think when a woman now has a child, especially if she's a single mother, I think that they should bring some kind of counseling to the hospital from the beginning to let her know what her parenting skills are. You don't do this, you don't do that. Talk to them like they're a child because they're having a child. And that's what you have to do. Then back in my day, they had the truancy officer. I was so scared of that person till I was scared to miss school. And then, even if I had to miss school because I was sick, because most of the time, you know how kids get sick and stuff, the flu. Okay, my parents, what I was getting ready to say, I would be quick for them to write a note. Make sure you write a note to my teacher, because I had so much respect for authority, but these kids nowadays, no respect. And I still say, like Miss Diane, it starts at home. Like I was the kind of parent where I have a son and a daughter. If you all can't get along, guess what? You can't have friends because it starts here. So you get along in this house and become each other's best friend. And to this day, they're 32 and 31 years old and they get along great. You know what I'm saying? So it
Amen.
starts at home. And my kids, thank God, I was fortunate enough. I was raised in a two-parent home, and so were they. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not going to always state that that makes the difference, because sometimes you have a father in the home that needs to be taken out of the home because sometimes what he's doing might not be a good look for how the mom wants to raise the children. But prayer back
Absolutely.
in the school, right? So, that can be fluctuated, but whatever. But the thing about it is, what I was getting ready to say, prayer starts, and they need to bring that prayer back into school because it is not about religion. It is about prayer in the school. And if they see that prayer is going to be the key and the map to their life, I believe that these kids will have a different outlook. They won't be running behind other kids with their mamas beating them up and all that because they'll know from the beginning that that is not of God, if they're taught right.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
Wow. It's I let y'all roll because I mean it's true. It's the things that we see here, and it's 17 minutes after the hour of 10. The things that we see and observe, and I know, I mean, we wasn't rich, we was broke a little bit, we gum twos and proves, but the family breakdown is so broke down now. And I be thinking about, I said, man, you remember, I mean, man, it may not have been gourmet, but we ate every day and my
Yeah.
neighbors ate. It wasn't no needs in our community. I'm telling you, Miss Berry can come down to Mama and they talk. Before you know it, Mama done bagged up something. Say, don't open it. You go down there, take this to Miss Berry. And it wasn't nothing said in the neighborhood gossip and putting it. I know this Facebook and all this other stuff is really the devil sometimes. It helps some, but it's the devil because people put people business out there. You broke, you on food. We was on food stamps. I didn't care. I went to the I'm just telling you, it was no difference. I didn't feel bad or anything. Went to the store, went to the laundromat. We didn't have a washer and dryer at one time. Clean Town Cleaner, you already know Diane over there, right by the cross.
113
Clean Town
house.
Cleaner. Ooh, you saw buggies, you saw people with bags on their shoulder like they was hobos going up in there, but our clothes got clean. We cleaned the house. We took care of that we had because it was instilled in us that it was important what you have. Others wish that they were in your position. And just looking at this, and we're going to follow up. And I've been reaching out, and the Bling Queen also has been reaching out to the family to try to do something. And I'm glad I have you all here because we're launching, and we're going to help this family. There are 10 families this year that we're going to try to help. I ain't putting no advertise, but I had to let you know we're going to make that family a part of this giveaway, and we're going to put it out there. You look out for it on our Facebook page, and you can support us. And we put it out there. We're going to help them. in some way, form, or fashion. I'm happy. I'm just happy to have these two people and my dear friends on here. Diane, you know you've been a jewel, and Queen, I got you, sister. You all right? I want to thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming on. And it's a joy. Boy, I'm happy. Boy, I'm gonna talk me some stuff about my classmate, and I'm gonna talk about the Bling Queen. But I'm grateful for you ladies to come on and change the atmosphere of what's been going on. We've been hearing doom and gloom and about the food stamps and about Section 8 and all this other stuff. But we some survivors. Our folks are some survivors. We get out there and hustle and do what we have to do, and to bring your experience to the Mac Man Morning Show this morning and bring your expertise mother and as and I want to thank you, Diane, for your service, and I want to thank you to bring Queen for your service with the things that you have done and the things that you have helped, because there are people that are influenced by you. They gonna know Miss Tyson when they say Miss Tyson. There you are, you know, because they ain't gonna call you by your name. You don't play that. That's Miss
They
Tyson. Used
already
to work
know.
at the school. You know, yeah. And that's Miss Barbara. They ain't gonna play with you because you're not gonna play. And I commend you, ladies, for what you have done. Thank you for being the guest here. Now, let me give
Thank
you
you.
all an opportunity. Shout out to your folks if you want to, because they say you ain't shout us out on the radio, on TV. You ain't do all that. So shout out to your family, your friends, anybody you want to, as we get ready to wrap up today. Either one of y'all take your time, whatever it is you want to say. Come on, Diane, you come on in here. Bling Queen is getting her broadcast together, and so she kind of like co-anchoring this morning. But come on, Diane, and give your greetings to the folks.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Diane Tyson calling. I just want to give a shout out first and foremost to God. Second, to the
Yeah.
matriarch of the family, my mother, Carol Washington.
Oh yeah. How's your mom?
Without
How's
her,
your mom
my
doing?
mom is
You
wonderful.
know you got
She
a
is
good mama. Your
84
mama.
years young, and
My mom's
yes,
93. Jesus help us.
yeah,
Your mom.
yes,
Oh, your mom
yes,
was involved. Your mom. Okay, go ahead. I'm
involved.
sorry. Hey, mama. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yes,
ahead.
yes, yes. But she was the foundation of our family, and she taught me a lot. And I just want to give a shout out to the community. I want to give a shout out especially to the family who got harmed. That hurt my heart. That hurts a lot of people. And just to let them know, we're here for you in support. We're here for you with love. We're here with you for kindness. And I was proud to hear, as an outcome, that they have taken the lady, they moved her out of that community. She now has a new home
Yeah,
with
they
her
did. They did.
family.
Sure did.
Yes. And
Thank you
then
for
on
that.
top of
Yeah,
that,
thank you for bringing
yes,
that out.
yes, yes. And then on top of that, I thank God and I pray that she continues to stay safe. I understand that she has sickle cell, and I'm not
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
if this is true, but I also heard that she was pregnant. So I don't know if she is pregnant or not. But I just pray for that family. I pray for our community. And I pray for justice for us all and that we can all come together. I mean, if we could do this for that one family, let's do this for the guns and the knives. Let's get all of this mess off the street. Let's stop our
Hmm.
trafficking, tearing our young girls down and just making them look like they're nothing because they are something. These are our future mothers. This is the future that's growing up that's going to take care of us when we're much older than we are now. So if this is what we
That's
got
right.
coming, we're doomed. So we all got to do better. We all have to do better as a community. Nobody's perfect, and I'm not saying let's be perfect, but I'm saying let's try. Let's all just come together and just try. Be kind to one another. Help your neighbor out. If you see somebody that's not doing good, it's okay just to say, "Hey, hello, how are you today?" and give a hug. I'm not saying you got to go in your pocket and give out anything, but just kindness to help someone. Just say hello. You don't have to walk
That's
past
right.
nobody and be mean. It's okay to say hello. It's free to say hello. How are you? It's okay. It's okay. And I'm just saying we can all come together as for little children as well as elderly. Everybody wants to be loved. And everybody don't have somebody. So if you do have somebody,
Right.
reach out to nobody who has nobody and just say hello. It's okay just to say hello. How are you? You know, what, are you having a good day? Are you frowning? Why? And you'll be surprised how someone will just come out and just smile and say thank you. That you don't know the impact that a stranger can have on someone. So that's
That's
all
Absolutely.
right.
I'm saying.
That's right. All right. Come on, Bling Queen, Your Majesty.
First of all, I'd like to thank God, and I always want to give a shout out to Him for just life and breath. And then I would like to thank you, Mac Media 3, James
Oh
McCray,
man, you
for
Absolutely,
allowing.
great. I'm
absolutely.
Thank
grateful
you,
for you.
James. Thank you
Y'all,
so much
thank
for
you. You're
allowing us
welcome.
the
Y'all all
safe
right with me.
space and the platform. Like I said, the safe
Oh yeah.
space and the platform for us to exhale as seasoned people, with good sense.
Yeah.
I really thank you for that. And I want to just shout
I
out to the
come a long way.
community and
I
oh
come a long
wow,
way.
God got
Watch it, Diane.
God
Watch it.
still had some doors to open. God still
Yes,
had
he
some doors
does.
to
Yes, he
open for
does.
you. Okay, and I
Oh
want to
yeah.
thank the community and I want to send my blessings and my verbal support out to the young lady and to everybody that was entailed with that, horrible, horrific incident. And
Yeah.
thank my family and all that. And that's about it. And thank you, Miss Diane. I enjoy listening
Thank
to
you, Miss
you.
Bling
And
Queen.
thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Well, listen. I tell
Can I say one more
you,
thing,
y'all
real
get
quick,
the. Yeah, go
James?
ahead. You sure
I
can. Come on. Come
okay.
on. Come on.
I just want to say one thing. I want to let you know I am very proud of the accomplishments that you have made. Seeing us growing up as little 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 year olds, we didn't know which
Oh yeah.
direction we was going. And
We
but
sure didn't.
the most of us, our class are all positive. A lot of us are
Yeah.
still living today, and we all have
Oh yeah.
successful careers, and that
Oh
means
yeah.
a lot coming out of a poor little girl like me.
We wasn't too poor. Whoa, Diane, go, Bleed Queen. What happened to her? Come on back,
I don't
Diane, if
know.
you can. There
I
she is.
think she's
Wait, there she
coming
is. Wait,
back.
wait,
Yeah, there
wait,
she is.
wait, wait. There she is. Go ahead. See the devil in the thing. Go on. Talk, Diane. I'm listening.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying that just to see all of us, we're doing good, and to have Facebook and to
Thank
see
you,
all of our
Jesus.
classrooms, we're hitting 60 years old, and we're
Oh yeah.
doing wonderful. And yeah, black don't crack. So hey, I just want to let you
Praise
guys
God.
know.
Praise God. Yes.
Yes, yes. So to everyone, I want to say, everyone have a happy, happy holiday. Stay peaceful, stay safe, and stay
Yeah.
positive. Stay positive. It's a very easy thing to do. And you know what? Just look at somebody and smile, because a smile goes a long way.
It does.
Yes, it does.
All right. All right. I want to wait a minute. Hold on. I got an echo somewhere. Can y'all mute? Okay, I got you. Okay, I'm good. Listen, I want to thank my guests. And yeah, Diane, we come a long way. And man, I can think of the days where, woo, but it wasn't bad though. Direction, what direction you're going to go, what you going to do with your life. And I'm grateful for every day that I had as a young person, as a child. And I'm just grateful. I mean, if I can think of, man, it's amazing to know that here we are at this age. And who would have thought that we wouldn't even think about being this age and we still here. And I'm just happy. So y'all cut it out. I ain't gonna do no crying or nothing. But thank you, thank you all for being here on the Bagman Morning Show. I got something for y'all this week. Bling Queen, listen, Diane. Now you gotta tune in to the Bling Queen. Wait a minute, I'm gonna show you this. Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. I got somebody mic open. Hold on. Okay, that's okay. I'm sorry, Dan. Hold on one second. All right, I got the Bling Queen right here. Wait a minute. Hold it. Did I? Okay. She's going to be premiering in December. We getting it together. Y'all got me crying. I'm all right though. In December. In December. Blaine Queen, I'm grateful to you for your wisdom, your expertise, and for your concern that you have. I want to shout out to your pastor, the Archbishop William Hudson. He was Little Johnny on TV, y'all. Y'all remember Amen? That was Little John. I ain't mean to tell you, that's who he was. Well, we older than he is, but we want to shout out to the Archbishop and to you, your wonderful family for everything that you have done. Thank you for everything that you have done, Diane. I owe you a debt of gratitude for everything. Come on, Blink Queen, where you at? Okay, I gotta put her up here. Okay, there she is. Okay, and thank y'all for being here. I want to say also, we're going to keep you all posted. Wait a minute, here she is. I got her back. There you go, Blink Queen. I'm going to keep you all abreast on what's going on. We got our drive going for those 10 families. We can't do it for everybody, but there's 10 families that need our assistance. And this one family, we're going to include them in the 10. And it ain't going to cost you nothing but some, just do a little sacrifice and follow the directions. We're not asking for anything. We let whosoever will let them do what they do. But listen, we're getting ready to get out of here. I know y'all got to go. We got things that we got to do. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this again and again. If we don't stand up as a community, we're not going to go anywhere. And if we forget where we come from, we sure don't know where we're going to be going. And I want to leave you with the affirmation that I leave with you every day. Y'all know that I tell you this. Please, please don't get upset. Don't get mad. Don't get jealous and nervous of the person that's being blessed, because I guarantee you that God got enough left over to bless me and you many, many, many times over. Y'all behave, love somebody. This is the Mac Man Morning Show each and every weekday morning. Y'all know I drive y'all nut every day on the Mac Man Morning Show, WKRA and WRFU. All of you all, thank you for listening. Facebook, all of y'all, hello. And we'll see you on tomorrow. Another show. You never know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to come on, but I'm grateful for the day. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. We're going to get out of here. I'll holler back at y'all on tomorrow. All right. Wait a minute. Diane, thank you. I'm going to call you in a minute, okay?
Okay, all right, James. Thank you.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Okay. All right.